Alright, this video is on something which you guys might be interested in hearing about. These pictures, obviously I did not make them all. I did not take them all. You'll see why. So anyone who deserves credit, well, they can obviously take it. Anyway, this is a picture of our solar system. See, solar means referring to the sun. And a system is a number of things that are connected in some way. Okay? So anyway, we have the sun in the center, and we have these various balls that are going around the sun. And but by the way, I didn't know if you knew, but between Mars and Jupiter, see, Mars is right here, and then Jupiter is this big thing over here. There's we can call it a belt because it kind of looks like a belt. Okay, there's a bunch of asteroids. Asteroids are kind of big rock. Okay, like large rock. Just a bunch of right around it. Anyway, so if you're going to try to go through that, you probably don't want to fly real fast, unless you can avoid the rocks, or you're not going to worry about your ship, whatever you're flying in wouldn't hurt, wouldn't be damaged. Anyway, I'm going to go on next picture. This is a picture of the sun. Okay, anyone who's thinking global warming is caused by your SUV, they should look at these pictures. Okay, this is a very hot item. You see, it's real hot. And people often think of the sun as like a round orange object. But look at this sucker. It's burning flaming hot. It's seemingly explosions throughout the whole damn thing. So it's hot. Anyway, I go to the next picture. There's another picture of the sun. And this baby is I guess you can see on the right side of it here, it's putting out some heat or something like that, and this sucker is what in particular reaches planets. I think over here is not being much put out, but there's a lot here, and this is going to flow out, okay, and probably reach a planet or something. Okay, the next picture. Okay, this is a picture of the sun again, putting out some more of its lovely heat. And you can see that this is much more probably hot than an SUV tailpipe. Okay, it's putting out a lot more heat, I bet. Okay, let's go down to the next video. I have a reason for all these videos these pictures why I'm putting them up here though. Okay, this kind of goes into possibly there might be a bigger plan. And probably many people aren't willing to touch this, but I'm just going to put it out there. Put out what could happen. Had this idea. I figured, well, let's make a nice story. Okay, next picture. Okay, this is Mercury. It's the first. It's the planet that is closest to the sun. Okay, it's a nice planet. I don't think my human body would probably do very well there unless I had some protection like a spacesuit, but nonetheless, this is Mercury. And this is Venus, the second planet, the second closest to the sun. It's there, and this planet, it's similar to Earth, you might say, in the fact that it's a ball. And we would go to the next one. Now guess which one this one is. It's obviously Earth. This is the one that our life as we know it on this planet exists, and it contains about 6.7 billion humans and many other types of living objects such as dogs and cats and cattle and everything else. Whales in the ocean. Whales down here in this blue stuff. Alright, next picture. This is Jupiter. Excuse me. This is Mars. This is Mars, okay? Mars is the fourth planet closest to the sun. and this is the one I think they're probably going to try to inhabit it. I think it's probably already been inhabited by I think we already have stuff there. I mean, I think there's already stuff there we're not talking about. But anyway, supposedly this thing has a lot of ice underneath its surface and a lot of water available. Probably has lots of iron and copper and stuff like that. So there's a planet for you. Let's go to the next one. Now this one is Jupiter, and it's supposedly a bunch of it's a bunch of gas, I guess. A lot of it's gas, I suppose. That's what I hear. It's not very solid. What we're looking at here is, I think, it's just a lot of clouds or something like that. So there's the 5th planet, and the 6th one being Saturn. And I think this stuff out here is just there's rings. Okay, we think of it as one ring, okay, around this planet, but see how it doesn't look the same, like it's all the same color? It's because I think the material changes as you go down. If you go like from here to there, it actually changes the stuff what's actually in this stuff. Like it's kind of like you mix oil with water, and the oil will go on top of a glass, and the water will still stay in the bottom of a glass. It's something like that. Okay. So anyway, this is what I get out of it. And this is Uranus. Not Uranus, but Uranus. It's rather uniform color, same color. And this is, I think, Neptune. This should be Neptune. And it's probably rather cold there, but it's there. And all of these planets are being affected by the sun we have. Okay, and this is Pluto. People might say it's not a sun. I mean, not a planet, but I'm going to call it a planet. So it's probably big enough you can probably do something with it. It's supposedly not very, very large compared to. I think it might be the smallest planet, but still, it could probably still be used as a planet. So there you go. Now, I'm going to start going into why I made this part right here. I'm going to go on to part 2 so I don't go over. Okay, here we go.